Okay, guys, so we are back with part 3 of our new series, What is Religion? And right now I'm taking you through all the dictionaries and we're going to get into some encyclopedias. So the next one we're going to utilize is the Britannica. And so this is Britannica.com/topic/religion. And so we're going to pour into this. We're going to sit here for this particular part of the video to see what they say and how they explain the word religion. And the reason I'm doing this is because I've received not only in classes that I've taught, but there is some type of confusion, right? When other people leave comments or they DM me about I'm this religion, I'm that religion, I'm part of this, I'm part of that, and not really understanding what they're really a part of and why. So I was like, we gotta break down religion. So let's look at Britannica. And let me take a drink of water and hear what they say. All right, so here we go. Oops, sorry. So they say religion, human beings' relation to that which they regard as holy, sacred, absolute, spiritual, divine, or worthy of a special reverence. It is also commonly regarded as consisting of the way people deal with ultimate concerns about their lives and their fate, F-A-T-E, after death. In many traditions, this relation and these concerns are expressed in terms of one's relationship with or attitude toward gods or spirit. As you can see, they're using plural. In more humanistic or naturalistic forms of religion, they are expressed in terms of one's relationship with or attitudes toward the broader human community or the natural world. In many religions, texts are deemed to have scriptural status or status, right? And people are esteemed to be invested with spiritual or moral authority. Believers and worshipers participate in and are often enjoined to perform devotional or contemplative practices such as prayer, meditation, or particular rituals. Worship, moral conduct, right belief, and participation in religious institutions are among the constituent elements of the religious life. All right, so that's a mouthful, but that's just one paragraph, and we have to break down this one paragraph. All right, so as a whole of this one paragraph, it's talking more like a community, right? A commune, and how religion is now becoming a social construct, how you interact in a community forum. So let's break it down. Human beings, right? This is a collective relation to that which they regard as holy, sacred, absolute, spiritual, divine, or worthy of a special reverence, right? So what you deem, but this is a collective, what a collective of human beings deem sacred, holy, or whatever. So that's, again, comes back to what? Persons, right? So it's not like a being or a God came down to say, you know what, this is what it is. But we could get into that in another topic, because there have been certain other beings who have done that, and they are in the Bible, okay? But I digress. Let's just look at the word religion. So it is also commonly regarded as consistent of the way people deal with ultimate concerns about their lives and their fate after death. So this is why religion comes into play. Basically, a religion has now become a process, right? Process of living in a community, a process of living your life, right? In order of what they may deem may happen after life. Okay? So this is what religion actually has become. It is looking at how you live, right? Pointing finger, how you live your life. Are you a good person? Are you a bad person? Are you going to go to heaven or are you going to go to hell? Does your life show the progress or the way of truly living? And so all these things start coming into play, right? Because when you really go further about religion and how it really came into, religion actually was utilized as a way of controlling behavior of community, right? Because at one point in those 60,000, 100,000 years, people weren't civilized, okay? They were acting like buku wild animals, and there needed to be a construct, right? A system, right? Which they use, a system in order to create some type of order and control. So now you're starting to see, we've broken down from the part one of what the word from an etymology standpoint, which is breaking down the word, right? The different parts of the word down in order to understand this is basically a construct, right? And so now we come into how this construct is being used, how to control or how to implement ways and attitudes. So you have a particular figure to get everybody aligned to worship, to look at, to deem as favorable, and to deem as a way to please and to follow. Okay, so this is where this has become more about. People were worried, and you can see this by this, that they're worried about, their way of living. So the subject of religion is discussed in a number of articles for treatment of major and historical religious traditions. They made a list from African religion, Baltic religion, all the way down to where is it here? Shamanism, priesthood. Oh, they went all the way down to Zoroastrianism, agnostic, atheist. I mean, they go all the way down that you can look into if you want to. And then we hop into theology. So theology, real quickly, is philosophically oriented discipline of religious speculation and apologetics that is traditionally restricted because of its origin and format to Christianity, but that may also encompass because of its themes other religions, including especially Islam and Judaism. The themes of theology include God, humanity, the world, salvation, and eschatology, which is the study of last times. So when I say this goes deep, this subject goes really deep and really far. But to read that particular part, I really wanted to show you guys that you got to understand what you're placing yourself and under what umbrella you're placing yourself and binding yourself to, because from these particular forms of religion, they dictate also what's going to happen after life. And that is really important to look at, because that means something else has a hold of your afterlife, not you.